Ready?
Ready.
Hi there. Okay, here we are, back again in my studio. This is Sunday studio time, and welcome. Excited to do, this is my third broadcast from my studio, and you can probably notice if you've been watching, I'm in a different location in my studio. And I'm over here at this easel for a couple reasons. One, I want to paint something larger. And two, I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of an overview of different spaces that I work on. And so I have, I think, 10 easels in the studio. And so when I have classes, I can accommodate probably up to about 12 artists. And when I don't have classes, I have projects in progress and other things so that I can stay organized. So I have to put it away when I have classes, but I really make use of them when I'm not busy with classes. So I'm going to do something else a little bit differently today. Besides painting something large, I'm going to paint it without narration today. And I'm going to do that for a couple of reasons. I think the main reason is I really want to give you the feel for what it's like to be a fly on the wall in my studio. And if you were to come visit me on a Sunday, I wouldn't necessarily narrate step by step the painting. So I want to kind of show you what it's like to when I get really into the painting and not try to do two things at once. But I don't want to not give you the information that you want, because I know some of you are like, oh, she's not going to tell us what she's doing. I have told. Well, let me say this in a different way. I've been working very hard on a brand new PDF demo booklet on painting skies and clouds that has just been released today. And so I have painted this smaller scene, the 9x12, and I give step by step in 100 pages the progression of this painting with more detail than I could ever say on a live demo. So if you're interested in knowing what's going on in my head, you might be interested in checking that out. And I'll be putting a link to the demo. It's available in my Etsy shop. And so that will kind of go along with what I'm going to paint today. But if you want to ask questions, feel free to ask questions, but I'll be painting and I'll answer them after the broadcast is over. So just put your questions in the comments, and I'll be glad to take a look at those and answer any questions that you may have.
Palin says hi.
Hello. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad for everyone that's going to join me. Oh, also I wanted to mention that I've been archiving these broadcasts on my YouTube channel. So the last two are on the YouTube channel, so if you want to head over there and subscribe, you can get notifications. So if you miss a live broadcast, you can always catch them over there on YouTube. So a couple things before I start. A little bit about what I'm using. I'm painting. This is an 18x24 piece of UArt, and I believe it's the 500 grade. So let me just double check. It's 400. I was wrong. But while I pulled that up, I want to show you how I attach my paper to the board, because a lot of people have been asking me. And basically what I do is I make hinges with tape. So you put the sticky side up, and then you put the tape down to hold it in place. And you see how easy it was for me to peel it off. And when I'm using a big piece of paper, I'll use more hinges, but usually I only use 4. I don't mount my paper. This works just fine for me, and I never have a problem with it, so I just tape it on a piece of foam core board. I have already selected my pastel palette, which is what I like to do, so that when I paint I don't have to stop and think about what color I want to choose from my hundreds of colors of pastels. So these are the colors that I'm going to use for this scene. This is the reference photo that I'm using, and I took this out the car window on our way to the plein air convention. I was with Marcia Savage, and we had a fantastic road trip all the way out to Tucson, and we had a wonderful, one day was just wonderful clouds and skies. So this painting is from that trip as well, over here.
Melissa and Josie and Irina are here.
Hi there, welcome. And what else did I want to tell you before I get started?
And Henny, Marie, from Denmark.
Oh, hello. Yeah, we've been doing email together. Nice to see you. So, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get started. One of the things that I do when I paint on a Sunday afternoon, and especially when I paint large, is I paint to music. So I'm going to put on a little bit of music just...
Oh, here we go. We're back.
Oh, good. All right.
Thanks.
Oh, gosh. Well, you know, technical difficulties, we have to be prepared for that, always. So I'm going to turn on some music. The music that I select, I always like to pick music that goes along with the landscape that I'm painting. So if I'm painting, this is a southwestern desert scene, so I'm going to go to one of my old favorite southwestern, actually dug up the CD, believe it or not, out of my case. I can't believe I still had it, but it's one of my favorites. When we used to, we took road trips out in the Southwest, we would play this in the car. So that to me brings me right back to the desert. So I'm going to put that on to paint to. And so if you'll excuse me for a minute, I'll put the music and then I'm going to start the painting. There we go.
Lynn is here, and it's Cynthia. And Marcia Wright. Janice is here. Cynthia says you're so fast. And Bonnie too. Is here. And Becky from Oklahoma. And Paul is here. Is this a warm-up for your cloud workshop? On lesson on?
Yeah.
And Marcia Wright, love the violet. And Fran is here from Kentucky. Alex from Moscow is here. always a pleasure to see your work. Oh, Alexander. Susan from Texas is here. What do you use as a blending tool?
I'm going to answer all the questions afterwards, because if I stop to answer the questions, it's going to break that flow. I really want to get into the flow this time. So write them down, write them in the comments, and then I'll make sure I get you all. Also, they're all in the PDF demo that's available.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that I'm doing.
Jacqueline's here. Susan says, you're in the zone.
I'm trying. It's hard not to talk, because I love to talk, but it's a totally different experience when I don't talk.
This Candace from Ontario, Canada. Picton, Ontario. And Glenn says hi. And Marianne. From Montreal.
Okay, so this is where I would stop normally and take a deep breath, step back, go get a drink, come back, and then reevaluate and make sure that I've met all the goals that I had for the painting, and have a look at it and make sure everything is working. So, but that's how I paint when I am not talking. So I do all the hard work and do the planning in advance, color studies, pick the palette, know what I want to do, and that way when I paint, I can just get into it and get lost in the painting and play with the marks, because I don't have to keep stopping and thinking and breaking my train of thought, breaking out of the zone to think about what colors and what values and that kind of thing. So that's the way I really, really enjoy painting. And I hope you've enjoyed this demo, and if you want to know what was going on in my head while I was painting, then check out that PDF booklet. It's full of information, and I'll be putting the link in there. And I really appreciate all of your comments, all of your sharing, and just letting me know that you've enjoyed this. So, but thank you, and I'll see you next time.